This is perfect. Hi guys, welcome back to the Bloom Room. My name's Chantel. Today, I want to expand upon a video that I made, Spirituality for Beginners, the Ego and Depression. I talked about the ego, what it is, and in this video, I want to talk about how the ego can be used positively, constructively. We all have egos, and so it's really just false to put this negative connotation, negative image on the ego, because in itself the ego is here for a reason. You know what I mean? Not in the cliche like everything happens for a reason, but the ego, like, if it's a part of us, then it's not to be dismissed as just something negative. Just like our shadow, which is another energetic component of ourselves, the ego is useful and it is helpful at times. And I bet you're wondering, what the fuck? I thought we was trying to get rid of this shit. Well, an ego death is a spiritual goal. I wouldn't say that it's one of mine. I don't really have spiritual goals. I feel as if, you know, the crazy spiritual things happen to you naturally if you're naturally on the path. I don't go searching to open my third eye. I don't go searching to, you know, release my kundalini. I work on myself. I do inner work. I do energy work, and everything else is a byproduct. You know, I always say when I have nothing is when I manifest the absolute most. The most potent, powerful time to manifest is when you have nothing. Everything is an energy game, and the ego is used just in that way. When we look at life so seriously, it's heavy and it is serious. When we look at life as a game to be played, that's what it will become. And if you're looking at all your different roles and you look at, you know, your job. Okay, I literally worked at Dunkin' Donuts. It was the literal worst job I've ever had. We were like fucking slaves in that bitch. That job really taught me how to clean well, not going to lie to you. My hands became so dry from, you know, constantly being in water and like cleaning all the time that they literally started to flake. I was just transforming in a way that, you know, I had never seen, and I was like, so while you're manifesting what you really want to do, if you're in a position where you really are doing something you don't want to be doing, this is a perfect opportunity to play the shit out of that role, sis. Like, this is what I literally told myself. I worked at Dunkin' for maybe 1 or 2 months, making minimum wage, working full-time. I could have never pictured myself doing this, but like I said, you do what you gotta do. I told myself, you know, this is not a job. This is just, you know, somewhere that I go during the day to pass my time, and I get to get paid for it. Because I was new to the city, I didn't know anyone, I didn't have shit to do. I was not working for 2 weeks, and that's way worse, honestly, than working at a job you hate. After a while, working at a job you hate is worse, but when you're sitting on your ass not making money when you got bills to pay, it's the worst feeling. So yeah, I always tell myself it's not my job, it's just, you know, a place I come to help out, because I could never see myself working at Dunkin' Donuts. Vibrationally, that shit was not in alignment. And I'm not saying I brought myself down, because, you know, if I were to bring myself down, then I would be telling myself, what the fuck, you know, I hate this, I don't belong here, you know. And honestly, as humans, we're not above anything, any job, anything. And people in fast food are the most commendable. They need to make way more because the work they do is crazy. But anyway, I digress. So I put on my uniform, and you know, during this time I was like, this shit is so creepy. Like, I just hate jobs in general. The fact that they make you put on these literal costumes, like literal costumes, bro, and they call them uniforms, and they like make you come into the workplace wearing this shit. It's like so embarrassing when you think about it. But here's my mindset. I was like, okay, let me put on my little costume, you know, let me get cute as I can, because I'm gonna be a barista today. So I was able to stick that job out until I found a nail job that I really am in love with, because of my whole mindset. If I were to tell myself, I hate being here, I have to though because I need money, that's such a limiting, destructive mindset. I just knew for a fact, like, I have to think about this so different or I will be so depressed. And so that's how I thought of it. I'm just coming here to help out and I get paid for it. I don't have shit else to do, so I might as well. And when I was in there, I did my job well. When you're focused on the duty, you can do that shit well as long as you're not like, why am I doing this? I'm so above this, or this is not what I want to be doing. Focus on the duty, you know what I mean? Wholeheartedly and presently. So that was just an example of how I used my ego and roles to really manifest something much greater for myself. You have to look at life as a game. Everything is bendy. Everything's malleable. Everything. And when you get that job that you really do love, you know, it's gonna be sweet for a while. And then things are gonna feel serious again because you're like, okay, I did what I had to do that job. Now I'm actually at the job I want. So now this is my real life. It's a trick, sis. You still have to have a playful approach. If you've ever, you know, listened to or read Alan Watts, this is his whole, I want to say maybe theory or approach to life, is that life is a game to be played. So, like I said, play the shit out of it. If you're in a position that you don't like, well, think of yourself as a character in a movie. That's how roles come in so handy. Like, if I'm ever doing some shit I don't want to be doing, I just pretend like I'm in a movie. And then you come into character so fully that then the actions that you're performing become so authentic because you're in that role. Even though you're not on Earth, you know, you're on a different dimension in your head, it doesn't matter. You do what you have to do to get to where you want to be. And when you're in the positions that you're working at Dunkin' Donuts, or, you know, you're working at McDonald's, or just scrubbing floors, anything, bitch, I'm Cinderella. Fuck you mean? Like, cancel all that other noise out. Like, cancel the thoughts that are like, you're nothing. Look at you, you're cleaning floors and you're so far from where you want to be. Or you really think you're going to make it here when you're cleaning floors. Have you ever heard Oprah's story? Have you ever heard anybody's story who came from literal nothing? It's all possible. It's all possible with magic. And that's why I am a firm believer in magic is real. Let me collect my thoughts. To me, this is where the fun comes in about life. You know, who we are is not like a fixed thing. It can change with everything. That's why it changes with the people we're with the environments that we're in, just because that's how we are as humans, kind of. And so here we're faced with a true opportunity to lose ourselves, to escape reality, just with the use of our imagination. As children, we used to play house, we used to play dress up, we used to play Barbies, you know, we used to play doctor, teacher. As a kid, why was using our imagination so accepted, and not only accepted, but so, you know, the norm? And then when we grow up, we're just supposed to be so serious. The gag is, it's a fucking trap. Life's not supposed to be serious. Life's not supposed to be taken serious. The things that happen to you are not the end all be all. They're not happening to you, they're happening around you. Take a step outside of yourself and dust the shit off, you know? Everything is a mindset. And while I am not downplaying nothing, because if anybody knows how hard it is to control your mindsets, it's me. But sometimes if we can't control it, we gotta trick our minds. We gotta trick our energy. Play dress up. Play the role, you know, play house. Be an actress in a movie, you know, be a model in a music video. Just honestly let go of, you know, the solidity of everything. Be who you want to be in each moment. You know, that's why I love having alter egos. That is the best way to manifest. Like, honey, make yourself some alter egos. do whatever you need to do to trick your mind into matching the vibration, matching the reality that you so wish to have. Play the shit out of this game that we call life, because it will play you, and it will make you think that it's real on some Truman Show shit. It will make you think everything is so real and so permanent. And then one day you're gonna notice the little things, just like Truman. You're gonna notice the glitches in the matrix. You're gonna notice, oh, if I do this, then I feel like this. Surround yourself with bougie, surroundings. If you want to be rich and famous, whatever you want to manifest, just act the part. So thank you for watching my video. Thank you for coming on my TED Talk. And I don't know what these trumpets is, but